Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a nice calming and relaxing chamomile tea, perfect for what we're about to attempt, which is the Extreme Testing Initiative. This is the part of the series where we round things off with a bit of a mess around, really, and induce certain events and behaviours that may or may not occur naturally, although in this facility, part of this does occur quite, well, it's quite commonplace. So this is where we're going to tell all of the inmates to do things like trying to escape, try to fight, try to riot, and I'm just going to tell them all at this particular time, which is nearly 20 past 9 in the morning. I'm going to tell them all to, well, do a bit of a fight because they are used to that. Now, this is going to be perhaps a bit different to previous extreme testing initiatives because we have gang members involved now. Remember, gang members, when you put on the extras, essentially, the traits, we can see that they have different traits. So we don't often see these normally, and that means that you might have ones like battle tendency, they want to fight, or enforcers and things like that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So again, most inmates are going to be inside of the canteen, and these guys are fighting now. Not only will they be trying to fight the guards, they will also be just trying to fight, well, anyone that's not their affiliation when it comes to gang members. Naturally, we do have some who are fighting as well in protective custody, there you go, and some that are now running around to the outside in the yard. But then the goal is not to get out, it's just to basically, well, as the clues in the title, they are trying to fight. Although some appears to have, it's no, not just say attacked staff, it doesn't say escape attempts or anything like that. So attacked prisoner, attacked staff. There looks like to be, oh, we have got a run out though, it does say escaping. This is prisoner Richard Chappell, who is an ex-gang member who does not want to be in the facility anymore. However, this corridor here, which has proved to be a double-edged sword, because it's good in that it's the only way in or out of the facility, but bad because of that reason as well, because it's just, it's always occupied, it's very cramped. But after all this is said and done, it appears that there's only been, what, 3 or 4 deaths, and nobody's got out. That's not much of a surprise with the fighting, but it might be a surprise with the rioting, because whose side are they going to join? So once again, we've loaded it up on the same point in the save, just to try and get at least some sort of laboratory conditions for this one, as it were, and let's go with an instant riot. And well, yes, what a surprise. Where they are inmates, things are turning red. Now, it said 50 inmates that were rioting. That's obviously dropping very quickly because a lot of these prisoners who are rioting might just be pretty much on their own. So you can see they're hanging around in this area here. We also have, well, like I say, the main instance, which is in and around the canteen. And it appears that we have, yeah, once again, gang fighting. So there is a couple of guys who are, yeah, they're targeting this inmate, aren't they? Who's just been healed because we actually have an exceptionally well-trained staff in the facility. We've got a lot of training. So in no particular order, we have first aid training, we have fire safety, we have some electricians, I think there's some rat stuff as well, and disarming certification as well. So, you know, that's all good. And well, because of that, it's actually fairly sedate. We've still got a couple of people that are rioting, but yeah, we don't have anything major as far as I can tell. No, there's a couple of people in and around these different cell blocks. Some of them are even wandering around as if nothing's happened. They might not have even got the message. Okay, but I'm guessing it does say, oh yeah, there we go, 47 are awaiting solitary confinement. Fair enough. I guess that's sort of to be expected. Okay, let's try it again with one of the ones that I'm most worried about, and that's an instant jailbreak, although it really depends on, again, how the guards interact with one another. I meant gangs. So let's give that a go. Similar time as previous, and this is going to be an instant jailbreak. So the inmates, the goal is not to fight. Naturally, again, clues in the title, they want to get out. However, they may find that the best way out is to attack some guards and take their keys or their weapons. And, oh yeah, there we go. So, we do have 1, 2, I think it's at least 3 inmates that have managed to make their way into the reception. And then there's a lot more following. Now, I'm not doing any sort of guard response. We're not bringing any emergency services in or anything like that. This is trying to see exactly how the facility would fare if this were to happen. Truth be told, if this were to happen, almost certainly would be on a fairly state conditions type of thing. I don't even think we have the money to buy into the cancel one. Or we don't even have legal unlock, never mind legal prep or legal defense, which is going to be like 105 grand in total. So, and obviously there's the time involved as well. Okay, so they've gone a little bit further. They got to about here. Remember, we do have I mentioned about training and guards and stuff. One thing I forgot to say was they have taser rollout. We have taser rollout in the facility, so we do have guys with tasers. Free fire is on, but it's only in Supermax only, where it should also be staff only and Supermax. To be fair, it should be both of those, but even without that, you were seeing again not a huge amount of issues. What was the death toll on this one? Deaths in the past 24 hours, 4. But I don't know if that is, well, there's 1. I don't know if that like meant, well, it's obviously last 24 hours. So yeah, there's here. Could be over here. No, I can't see anyone. That might have just been from a previous fight. Okay, so we've had a fight, we've had a riot, we've had a jailbreak. None of them have really proved any issues to the standard patrols and staffing and everything else that we have. However, this one might. And this is certainly on the level of it's going to be stupid, but what happens if every single inmate was armed with something? For example, we have drills, a handgun, another revolver, a shotgun, a sniper rifle. If we keep going round, we'll probably see, yeah, there's, what have they got there? It's a machine gun, oh yeah, and we've got another rifle there. We've got a modified assault rifle, which is all sort of custom. Yeah, the orcs would be pleased with that. So, again, this is now giving them the tools to accomplish whatever goal they want. Their goal could be escape, and then because of that, they could be choosing violence, and yeah, basically trying to force their way out. And it appears that that's exactly what's happened. So they're not, as far as I can tell anyway, necessarily, not all of them anyway, fighting other inmates. There is a lot of fighting around actually here now that I look more, but a lot of it does seem to be, seems to be just there's a lot of inmates that are not gang affiliated that are just fighting. Now, are they fighting for their lives, or are they a bit annoyed at the amount of violence they've received from gang members in the past, and they are exacting some sort of revenge? I mean, it is perfectly possible. Okay. Apparently, if you drop a cache of weapons in the middle of a prisoner facility with inmates with battle tendency and enforcer and extremely tough and vandal and yeah, the list goes on, what tends to happen is, well, 29 deaths. Not all of those being inmates, you understand. We'll have a quick look around here. See several inmates, protective custody, have attempted this and looked like to be trying to get out. There's lots of spent cartridges and casings here where they've tried to get to this door and been fighting here. One even got past, well, almost past security. Looking around here, no. Lots of people being healed up in the infirmary, as you would expect. Visitation still ongoing. And, oh, yeah, Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher attacked staff, murder, and found weapons, yet they've been released. And that's probably the offending handgun. Have they passed? Hang on, the only thing I can think of is that Bill had passed parole, which they have. It's success. So immediately, as soon as they pass it, they are then released. And then I've turned on this. I've turned on this mod here, and it's basically made them do that. Well, we can't really blame Bill for that. I'll take I'll take the blame for that one. Okay. That has been a bit of Prison Architect and the Extreme Testing Initiative, just to mess around to see sort of what would happen. And it does provide us with valuable information where the weaknesses are in security and staffing, and maybe even patrols and actually in the regime, because if you've got too many people in one area, you might want to split that regime up, etc. But as we progress towards the end of the episode, we do just get a bit silly, just for the sake of. But at least we can say that is, if nothing else, a bit of a complete. We have started and built this Gang Island facility with, like I say, running weather and temperature, green energy. We've got subsidence, we've got rat infestations, we've got extra... we've got staff needs on, we've got escape attempts, this events and such, and probably a couple of other things that I've missed. We're also running with a bit of tech as well from Tech Pack. Haven't done farming, but there's not, and bakery and such, but there's not much we've missed out on this facility. And we've also done an escape attempt, actually 4, and then obviously we've had a little bit of a test. So we're going to leave it there for this episode, and indeed for the series. That's like I say, been hopefully a full complete and worthy of one's attention. Let me know what you think in the comments, not just for this facility, but any ideas for others you would like to see. We'd like to hear them. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.